All right, and welcome to another quickie. Guys, this quickie is going to make your day, especially if you're at CA Inter or CA Final and you're looking at PGBP. There's a section which is very, very tricky. It's very important. It's really, really in the news at every CA exam. There's a question on that, and that section is section 35AD. In the next few minutes, I'm going to help you with a lot of shortcuts on how to remember section 35AD like a boss. So be with me while we do section 35AD or PGBP to get you a couple of marks in the next CA exams. All right, first things first, what is section 35AD? Guys, section 35AD, A and D is a shortcut called also develop. The government tells you that, listen, you're doing so many other businesses. Why don't you also develop these businesses? And that is section 35AD. These businesses, the Income Tax Act calls a specified business. Guys, let's quickly look at what are the businesses the government is telling you to develop. The government is telling you a whole list, guys, and how do you remember that list? Is through a shortcut, which is here. Guys, always remember all my shortcuts are linked. The entire DT at CA Final and CA Inter is through one example only, one life story only of the surgeon. And the surgeon is such a busy man. So let's see the shortcut here, guys. Super fast bike. The surgeon feels that the super fast bike can cover three hospitals because he needs to visit three hospitals, three workshops because he needs to visit three workshops, and three institutions because he has to visit three institutions every single day. So superfast bike can cover three hospitals, three workshops, three institutions. This line is what you'll remember the entire industry of 35AD. S is slum development. So if you're in slum development, if you're in manufacture of fertilizer, if you're in beekeeping or bee honey manufacturing, if you're in cold chain facility development, if you have a cross country line for transporting petrol, natural gas, etc., cross country lines, if you have 3H, what are 3H's, guys? Hospital with a minimum 100 beds, 1H. Second H, hotel with minimum 2-star rating. And third, housing project, but that has to be a low cost housing, affordable housing. 3W's, guys, warehousing for agricultural produce, food grains, etc. Warehouse of sugar, so these two warehouse, 2W's. And third W is water fabrication, basically means cutting metals through water. That's called water fabrication. And next is 3I's. The first I, guys, inland container depot. Near the custom station, we have an inland container depot. If you develop that in a specified business. If you're into infrastructure facility, then like you're developing highways, ports, airports, etc., then you're in a specified business. Or last, if you are in the transportation of iron ore, another I, then you're in these businesses. So super fast bike can cover three hospitals, three workshops, and three institutions is the shortcut to remember specified business. Example, let's take, in our example, we make a hospital with 100 beds. If you have a hospital with 100 beds, then welcome to specified business. What is the benefit of this business? The benefit of this business is, of course, whatever revenue expense that you make, like rent, electricity, salary, of course, you'll get a deduction of that. But everyone gets that. So what's special about 35AD? Any capital expenditure that you make, let's say in the hospital, you have air conditioners. So if you buy air conditioners with 1 lakh rupees, usually you would take it to the balance sheet and you would take depreciation on it, and ACs get depreciation only of 15%. So you'll have to wait for many years for it to depreciate and for you to take a deduction. But in case of 35AD, they say every year that you buy a capital asset, you will get 100% deduction. So what goes to the balance sheet as AC is a value 0, and the entire 100 is available to you as a deduction under section 35AD. So that is the main benefit of 35AD is 100% reduction of capital expenditure. And not just this year's, guys. Let's say this hospital, you had a building which was bought 5 years back, and that building was bought for 70 lakhs. And this year you're introducing that building, you're capitalized that building. Then even if it's a previous year expenditure, you bought that building 5 years back, previous year. But if you're bringing into business, that means you're capitalizing it this year, then the entire 70 lakhs you'll get as a reduction. That is the beauty of specified business. So the entire 70 lakh is a reduction. What will go in the block of building? 0. Guys, this is the great thing about specified business. Because you're getting such high deductions of 1 lakh entirely, 70 lakhs entirely, etc., at the end of the year, you'll have a lot of deductions from 35AD. You'll have huge deductions under 35AD. But what if your profits are not enough? So let's say your profits are only 50 lakhs. But your deductions, guys, as you can see on the screen, the deductions are 70 lakh and 7 lakh. So let's assume 71 lakh are the deduction. Then what happens? What happens, guys, to 21 lakh this loss? This loss can be carried forward, guys. The beauty about this loss, there are two things that you should remember. This loss, can it be set off? Yes, it can be set off, but only against other specified business income. So if you have another hospital, or if you have another hotel, or if you have another anything, cold chain facility, etc., only against that income you can set it off first. And second, it can be carried forward indefinitely. How do you remember that? Guys, this is something that the government tells you to start. The government has invited you to start specified business indirectly by giving you so many benefits. So the government says that in case you have losses, which you will have because of huge reductions, you can carry forward them indefinitely. So two things you learned about if you have a loss in specified business. But guys, they are offering you huge benefits. 100% reduction, guys, is a huge benefit. And because they're offering you such huge benefits, you have to make them a promise that these assets will be used for specified business, either this business or any other specified business, for 8 years. If you break your promise, that means if you sell the asset, how will you break your promise? Guys, you might sell the asset before 8 years. If you sell the asset, the entire sale value, because the value in the books is zero, so the entire sale value will be income under section 28. Because you took a deduction, if you're selling it, the entire sale value, they will not calculate capital gain, the entire sale value will be considered under as income under section 28. And what if you don't sell it? But what if you convert this hospital into a mall, which is a non-specified business? So guys, if you transfer it from a specified to non-specified business, let's say after a year, your hospital did not work and you converted into a mall that is a non-specified business, then they say that we give you a deduction of 71 lakhs. We gave you a benefit of 71 lakhs. This benefit was given because you told that you will use this asset for 8 years for specified business. But because you're breaking the promise, we will reverse this. So we will add 71 lakhs. But of course, you deserve depreciation at least. So for the last year, we will give you depreciation. So depreciation on AC at 15% and depreciation on building at 10% for 1 year, because you use them for 1 year, will be given. And this net amount will be reversed under a section called 35AD 7B. So 7 and they back, B is for back, they reversed it. Guys, so if you break your promise and you sell the asset, you will be punished by taking that as income. And if you convert into a non-specified business, then again, they will reverse it, 7B, they will bring it back. Whatever benefit they gave you of 71 lakh, they will bring it back. Of course, they will give you depreciation deduction. So please remember, they were giving you huge benefits, but you have to at least use the assets for 8 years. Another thing that you should do is you need to file the return of income on time within the due dates. Otherwise, you will not be able to carry forward the loss from specified business. So guys, specified business is almost like a gift by the government to you because you get such huge deductions. Also remember, guys, that these 100% deductions are available for every capital asset for every year that you have specified business, except for land, you don't get 100% deduction. For goodwill, you don't get 100% deduction. And for financial instruments, you don't get 100% deduction. So if you buy land or you buy goodwill or you spend capital expenditure on financial instruments, on these, you do not get 100% deduction. So they will go to your balance sheet and they will continue as you always do. And guys, when you're buying plant and machinery, does it have to be new plant and machinery? No. They've given you a benefit here also that of the total plant and machinery, 20% can be second hand. That's perfectly okay. And if you're taking it from abroad, then if it's used abroad, then not used in India, it will be considered new in India. So what are the two things for plant and machinery? 20% second hand plant and machinery is perfectly okay of the total plant and machinery. And if you're using imported machinery, which was never used in India, it will be considered new. So guys, this is specified business. These businesses are great. If you have one of these businesses, you'll get 100% reduction of capital expenditure this year also and previous years also. And guys, set-offs can be carried forward unlimited. Let's see one question very, very quickly. Guys, when you're seeing one question on this, let's see one question on this really quickly. Win Limited is a company whose commenced business of operating a 3-star hotel. Guys, 3-star hotel is a specified business under 35 AD in Tirupati on the 1st of April 2020. It furnishes you the following information. Cost of land, guys, land, you will not get a 100% reduction. This will go to the balance sheet, and as you know, land is never depreciated. Cost of construction of hotel building, guys, even if these construction has happened in the previous years, you will still get a 100% reduction. In which year? In the previous year 2021. So you'll get a deduction of 30 lakhs and you will get a deduction of 150 lakhs under section 35 AD. Plant and machinery, all new, great, was also acquired during the previous year. No problem, you'll get a 100% deduction of that as well. So guys, totally you'll get a 100% deduction of all these. That totals up to be 210 lakhs of deduction under section 35 AD. The net profit before depreciation, that means guys, before these deductions, was 80 lakhs. So your profit was 80 lakhs, your profit was 80 lakhs, your deductions are 210 lakhs. So basically you have 130 lakh, worth of a loss. What do you do with this loss, guys? You can set it off against any other specified business if you have, and if those businesses have income. Else you can carry it forward for unlimited number of years. Guys, that's the beauty about section 35 AD, specified business. Guys, this one is somewhere a very important thing at CA Inter and CA Final level both. So if you're looking at specified business and if you ever get confused, this quickie is going to save your day. Thank you so much.